Hey guys, Steve Araujo here with the Bass Hang, and thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. This is Practical Bass for the Blues Guitarist. I was talking to my friend Griff Hamlin over at Blues Guitar Unleashed, and I actually did a little clinic at his Blues Guitar Unleashed live event, and I kind of presented this to a lot of guitarists because Griff and I were talking, and it almost seemed to me that there's usually, if a bass player doesn't show up, a guitar player is going to be needing to play bass. It's definitely a little bit of a different instrument, and there's some different techniques and there's some different approaches to chords, to chord changes, and I kind of want to talk about that and facilitate your playing. All right guys, so our first exercise with our fretting hand here is going to be very simple. All you're going to do is you're going to play first fret, second fret, third fret, and fourth fret of each string, just like this. So first fret of the E string, second fret of the E string, third fret of the E string, fourth fret of the E string, then on to the A string. And I'm going to definitely talk about a little bit of technique here, but I'm going to play through the exercise. Third finger, fourth finger, first finger, second, third, fourth. And then you're going to come down. You're going to go exactly opposite of what you just played. Fourth fret, third fret, second fret. All right guys, so let's take this finger exercise and let's expand on it just a little bit. If you find yourself having a little trouble and some difficulties actually spreading your fingers apart this far down between the first and the fourth fret, we can go ahead and move it up to the fifth fret if that's the case. Or you can actually add this to that first part of the exercise and continue up the neck. So here's an example on the fifth fret. And these are quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down. 1, 2. All right, guys. So now I want to talk about dominant 7. So like a C7 or a G7. You're probably very familiar with this, or somewhat familiar because you guys are blues players, and that dominant 7, that's our home bass. So it's going to be C, E, G, and B flat this time. Our C major 7 was C, E, G, B, regular B, B natural. C dominant 7 is going to be C, E, G, B flat. So our fingering is going to change just by one note. So we're going to use our second finger, first finger, fourth finger, and third finger. All right guys, I am back, and we have covered a lot of ground. So we've covered our finger exercises, we've covered arpeggios, we've covered our chord tones for a bunch of different qualities of chords, major 7, dominant 7, minor 7. Now I want to talk scale, and I want to talk one particular scale, and that's our Mixolydian scale. Okay, so this scale is going to go hand in hand with our dominant 7th chord. And for blues, that's our bread and butter. So here's C, D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C. And then back down. C, B flat, A, G, F, E, D, C. All right guys, so you have just heard and you've seen a couple of examples that are very rudimentary and what I like to call they're flavorless. They're just very basic. Again, very important to know that.